I think the thing that I find most meaningful about working with Goodwill as part of the nursing program is that we get the unique opportunity to reach the community before they enter the hospital doors. As part of nursing, we want to do beneficence. We want to do good.
Marymount Goodwill Workplace Health Initiative is very beneficial to the students at Marymount University in that it helps them to really be able to be out in the community to help empower individuals in improving and promoting their health.
This partnership is a way for Marymount students to get some credit for coming out to our locations and working with our employees. Three main things that they do for our employees. One is they help them navigate the healthcare system. Two, they help them to set up appointments and do their pre-screenings. And three, they give them advice on how to live a healthier life.
What I learned today is how to use the metro really well, as well as safety features. Someday I'm planning to move to right next to Herman Monroe Park and Ride, so I would take the future metro station to work.
This gives our students who are going into special education in the teacher education program the opportunity to interact with families where there are children with disabilities.
There were a lot of interesting people giving me a wealth of information that will help my daughter to get into different programs after she leaves high school, and also to help me prepare for her financially.
Service-based research.
The Hawksbill sea turtle is amongst the wildlife currently facing extinction. Gales Point Village fully supports efforts to preserve the marine wildlife, volunteering their time to clean up the beach and lay chicken wire over nests to provide protection against predators. Marymount students assisted local turtle tracker Kevin Anderwin in counting surviving eggs.
The students are putting their hands on the actual organisms as we study them. They're seeing the things firsthand through their own eyes and getting a great understanding of what it actually takes to be a scientist, the challenges that we face, the involvement where you're going to get out there and get your hands dirty with science.
Volunteering on campus.
I have been working with Blue Harmony for a long time, ever since it started. One of the goals that I have for Blue Harmony is to get them ready for intercollegiate singing competitions. I think if more and more people were involved in the arts, you might have happier people, and I just think it's a good vehicle. It's a good outlet. I'm Vincent Stovall, Director of Campus Programs and Leadership Development, and I'm one of the music directors for Blue Harmony.
In the community.
It's not even about the karma you get or anything like that. It's just the feeling to use something that you love to do to help other people is just undescribable. It's better than winning the lottery.
I'm really excited because it's the first one ever. It's down on the DC Mall. It's a beautiful day, and we have a lot of students from Marymount University, and there's kids and teenagers and families, and it's just an exciting way to experience mathematics and see mathematics.
So we're building a hyperbolic star with the Zoom tools. It's almost like we're making like a star and then making another star outside of that star and another star outside of that star. So it's pretty intricate, but pretty cool.
Every year during spring break, Marymount Campus Ministry travels to another state or country to do service work.
sheep shop?
We're here this morning at the Lincoln Memorial to visualize the crisis in our society, the crisis of income disparity. We've got Meg way up there, more than twice the next category. And then we have folks at the bottom, Diana, who's only taken one step in 34 years. That's barely 5% change. And then we have folks at the bottom who've actually gone down in 34 years. There's something wrong here. So let's mend the gap. Let's change this reality. Let's not take it all away from those at Moncherie at the very top, but let's learn to share. That's how we started. That's how we'll survive.
There comes a point in your life when you realize no one else's voice matters but yours. And the only person standing in your way of success is yourself. When I realized that those questions would never be answered, I stopped looking back and started moving forward. I chose to look at myself in the mirror and say, no longer will I be a victim to others. I am success. I am a college student. I chose a 4-year university because that's what's best for me.
Globally.
Well, I'm making this bone to remind people that there are millions of our fellow human beings that are victims of genocide all over the world. The people are being killed each and every day, indiscriminately, and we need to raise our voices.
The volunteers make this project what it is, hands down, across the board. And they make it as rich as it is and as profound as it is, because each community takes it on. They, each bone, I think, has 3 stories or 3 lives. The one is the life of the experience of making that bone.
This event actually brings a lot of people together because it has a very unified cause that affects people around the world. So universities around the world to unite and do something about it.
Students and faculty.
What started the Rain Garden were conversations that we had here at Marymount about water quality issues. So the main reason to plant the Rain Garden is to address polluted runoff water. I'm responsible for coordinating the Rain Garden and also for putting it in behind Winch Library on the main campus of Marymount University.
We can determine that the rain garden is working by measuring the nitrate and phosphate levels of rainwater runoff that has been treated by.
For this year's Design-a-thon, we focused on disabilities relating to the veteran population, and we wanted to bring in a different approach in a different community so that it's strong by Design-a-thon.
Design-a-thon itself is it's quite an interesting experience. It's 2 days of basically starting with nothing and coming out with a product, at least a prototype of a product. By working together, by talking through a problem, by trying to identify a need that exists, that they can, through collaboration, they can actually come up with something that is really functional and useful.
And this year specifically, for veterans, they have different challenges and issues that may not be for another disabled person. They're unique.
It's the 3rd time that we've done this event, and it is really important for me to see all of the students gathering together, working with professionals, working with faculty, working with guests, and these are freshmen through graduate students.
It brings together a variety of different people with different backgrounds, and it allows them to set their own path and to create solutions to unique problems that they choose to solve.
It really does bring and shed light on issues that, for the most of us, we don't really think about, and how simple changes can drastically improve someone's life.
My name is Professor Eric Bubar. I teach physics, physical science, and astronomy at Marymount. And in my research lab, we make 3D printed prosthetics for people that need them. The group I work with is actually called Enable the Future. It's an international organization of about 9,000 volunteers all over the world. And we all use 3D design, 3D printing to make hands and arms for children all over the world. We've had about 150 students that have been in and out of the lab printing pieces for hands, designing hands, working with publicity for the hands, all sorts of different projects.